How many rentals is the right amount of rentals in order for you to retire, stop worrying about money, etc.? Now, if you look at me, I've got currently 2,150 rentals in my portfolio. Some of those are multifamily. About 300 of those are single family. The way my portfolio breaks down is somewhere around 300. I don't know the exact number. Somebody else on my team does, but about 300 single family. I've got another 1,850 multifamily, RV park, mobile home park type of properties. And so you look at this and you go, man, am I supposed to go this route? And the answer is no. I would not go this route. I'm not just an investor. This is also my job. I live this all day long. I don't have a W-2. This is my W-2. I make my active income and my passive income from real estate investing, and other people are just not like that, right? Some people are, you look at like a Grant Cardone, who I think he has 13,000 units, maybe 20,000. I was texting him a couple of weeks ago. I don't remember exactly what he's got. Ken McElroy currently has 9,000. You've got good buddy of mine, Brandon Turner. Brandon Turner, I think, has 13,000 as well. So you look at these numbers and you go, okay, is that the goal? Is that where I'm trying to go? I need to go and have these types of rentals. Guys, absolutely not. Grant Cardone, I've been in his office multiple times. Shout out to Jared Glant, Grant Cardone, Sherry, the whole entire crew, amazing human beings, great culture in their company. They've got hundreds of employees, right? Same thing with Ken McElroy. Ken McElroy, one of my mentors, he's got hundreds of employees. Same thing with Brandon Turner. He's got, I don't think he has hundreds, but I bet you he has somewhere around 100 employees. That is not for everybody, right? But renting properties out to tenants should be for everybody. So I want to highlight today in this video a girl named Ashley. Ashley is a gal that is in my Subto community, and she has been working with a seller who is much older. Okay, he is, I believe, 74 or 84, I can't remember, and he just sold her a seven-plex on seller finance. Now, during this interview with her, we talk about how long it took for her to follow up with this, how long it took for her to get that deal. And I think a lot of people will look at this and go, man, that took a long time. And I look at that and I go, if you did that one time per year for the next 5 years, you not only would gain financial freedom, you'd never have to worry about money ever again. So think about this. She buys this seven-plex. Over the next 5 years, maybe 10 years, with inflation and with the government printing money, this property is going to double in value, okay? There's no doubt that this property will double in value. If she had one of these per year over the next 5 years, she's gonna probably grow her net worth somewhere around $10 million. You do not need to have hundreds and hundreds of properties in order to gain financial independence. You need between 5 and 25, depending on who you are. You don't need to be me. Okay, you do not need to be me. In fact, you shouldn't be me. This is a different personality type, right? We're building massive empires. I'm shooting for $1 billion in net worth. Will I ever get there? I don't know. Do I want the money? No. Do I want to be worthy of the money? Yes. And that is the goal I'm on. People like Ashley are like, dude, I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. I want to stay small. Great. She can use the same strategies, seller finance, creative finance, the ways that we buy properties, without cash, without credit. She did not use a bank. She didn't pull her credit. She didn't have to worry about her W-2, tax returns, or anything to get a seven-plex under contract. And then at the end of the Zoom, you're gonna watch in the interview how she raises the capital to cover the down payment and the renovations. And it's something you're probably gonna be a little bit surprised by. So stay to the end, enjoy watching my conversations with Ashley. And yes, I'm hyping her up, I'm getting her excited. And yes, I purposely am cutting her off multiple times to make sure she remembers how powerful this moment in her life is, that she could literally just buy this one thing and never worry about money again after she waits a couple of years. So for you wanna buy some rentals, you wanna do some deals, I would go on YouTube and type in Pace Morby, how to get started. How can you be somebody like an Ashley who just got a seven-plex under contract on seller finance? Guys, enjoy this interview, and at the end, you're gonna be surprised at how she finances her down payment. So stay all the way until that point. Ashley.
Hi again, Pace.
What up? How you doing?
Oh, pretty good, thanks. How are you?
Do you wait in line for these long nights and you're just like, why does Pace do this? I hate this guy.
No, it's fine. I get a little antsy though, so I had to stand and I have to, move around and, so yeah, no, it's great. I'm learning a lot, and thank you for doing this.
I mean, this is where I make my money. I make my money by doing deals with people and chatting people up and lending money to people. This is how I make money. I love it. It's the best.
Wonderful. It's brilliant. So Thank
What do you
you.
got for me tonight? How can I help?
Oh, thanks so much for asking. I've been speaking with this one seller. It's really sweet, 84-year-old guy for over a year. And yeah, over a year. Not joking. And we've spoken in person a couple times and a lot of, on the phone. And so he has a multifamily property, a 7-unit property. Today he called me back and he is getting his lawyer to write up with a contract. So I'm very excited. The terms are pretty good to start with. I'm so excited. Thank you. It's actually going to be, I have a house in escrow right now for a flip, but this is the flip and this thing will be like my first 2 deals actually. So I'm excited. So
What are you going to do with the 84-year-old guy's house?
I'm going to keep it. I'm going to hold on
Yes.
to it. Yes.
Are
yes.
you ready? That's the question. Are you ready to own a property?
I'm ready, actually. I wasn't ready. I actually have one small rental right now, but that doesn't exactly count. It's very easy. I built a little cabin on my great grandparents' land. Now it's my dad's land. So so I have one. It's not technically in my name and I have it rented, but this thing's much bigger. I know it's a 7-unit property. There's the potential to put like 10 more units on the property. But thanks for asking. I wasn't ready last year when I started talking to him, but I do feel ready this year.
I could talk about this for an hour. This makes me so happy that you're bringing this up. And also the fact that you recognize that is very important too. There's a lot of people that will join the community and then go, oh my gosh, I feel obligated or I feel stressed out that I don't put something in my portfolio. Guys, take a year, take 2 years, take 3 years for all I care. Wholesale a couple of deals, do some fix and flips. Don't hold a property in your portfolio until you're ready. And here you are, Ashley, you're like, I was talking to this guy a year ago. I've been negotiating with him and following up. And now I'm a different person than I was a freaking year ago. And I'm ready to put 7 units. That's gangster.
Thank you so much. It's really an answer to my prayers. Like, it's so amazing. I'm just so grateful. Like, I was in the library today just saying out loud, like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Like,
that's so great. Gosh, dang it. This was answer to my prayer. I was praying about this morning. I was like, cleared, please, dear God, make sure Ashley gets a 7-unit today.
You're so funny. Aww.
Okay, so what's your terms? Tell me about the way you structure the deal. I want to hear about it.
Thank you. Thank you. So I very slowly worked out the numbers with him. He's 84, so I really went slow with him. And so basically right now he's cash flowing or he's netting about $2,000 a month. So we worked out a loan where it's going to be amortized over 40 years with a 5-year balloon, 2%, 2% interest, and then $1,800 a month payment when he's netting 2,000. But the thing is, if every unit is rented about half of what it could be.
Oh my gosh, you freaking badass. Let me point something out. I'm so proud of you for this. Okay. Your first rental that's going in your property, you structured a 40-year amortization. You're obviously very studious. You learn things, you write things down. You go, oh, I can utilize this. Oh, Pace did a 50-year loan. He did a 40-year loan. Let me utilize this. Oh my gosh. When you used a 40-year amortization with this guy and you pitched that to him, I guarantee you he didn't pitch that to you. You pitched that to him.
Well, I kind of, let's see. I suggested, I was suggesting, and, I wasn't pushy at all. I was very suggestive. Honestly, I feel like it really is like an answer to my prayers because it was pretty easy. It was pretty fluid. Sure, it took a lot of time, but yeah. I don't know if I actually.
So you made a suggestion to him. The 5-year balloon is interesting to me. The guy's obviously 84 years old. So here's my question. And I want to hear more about this. I'm sure you got more answers, but I'm like, okay, it's your first deal. Super proud of you. Great job on the 40-year. Great job on all the things that you did. The 5-year balloon is like him saying, well, I'm going to die, so I want all my money. Bro, what are you going to do? Even if he got all the money today, what's he going to do to change his life? Like the payments are going to go to his grandkids or whatever. Why did he want a 5-year balloon?
Well, you know what he did say, which is nice. He said we could talk about after the 5 years, we could talk about renewing the term, renewing that, doing a longer term. So I think he just wants to make sure that I can make the payments and to make sure everything's working. And but he only has one heir, and the one heir he has is a stepdaughter that he's kind of like, kind of on strange terms with. So he doesn't seem all that concerned about like what his heir gets, and but yeah, so it's interesting. I feel super blessed. I'm so excited. Yeah. So I guess my question for you is,
You don't need any questions. You've mastered the game. You've mastered the game. If long follow-up, being slow when somebody needs it, structuring a creative finance deal, making it work for the seller. What questions could you possibly have? You need to be teaching people. This is insane. Good job.
thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. It's been a long time coming, it feels like that. And, it's funny. I love it because when you get very little support, like my mom, for instance, my mom's always like, oh, let me know when you've made money with this, or, oh, like, how's the house thing working out? Very skeptical, like no support there. But so it's just really cool. I can't wait to just let everyone know, like let my mom know, like, hey, guess what? I just bought a 7-unit property. I know it's terrible. That's not why I'm doing it, but
Hey, you know those people that tell you don't do it to rub people's face in it? Those people are wrong. Sometimes the greatest motivating factor is the fuel that somebody else's, their doubt gives me fuel. Give me all the doubt. And look at you, dude. You performed. Like how many, you're obviously biblical, right? You're religious. You have a person of faith. Is that correct?
yeah.
How many times in the Bible did somebody doubt somebody else?
Right. A lot of times. Yep.
Isn't it ironic that your mom raised you and she still has doubt? And she probably raised you to be a God-fearing person, a person of faith, and she still has a little bit of doubt and she doesn't give you support.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of
they should open up I know they got the Old Testament. I know they got the New Testament. They should open up the newer Testament and have the story of Ashley as she overcame the doubt.
Oh, stop it. You're so sweet.
I mean, for real, think about it. And there's other people in here too, Ashley. Like, think about this. The first time I tried to get into this business, a friend of mine named Ben, and maybe you've heard this story. Ben, I go, hey, I'm going to get into this real estate thing. And there's this thing called wholesale and blah, 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 blah. The first person I told I was going to get into the business says, his name's Ben. He says to me, oh, is that the business where you steal equity from old little ladies?
Gosh.
And actually, I'm telling you, it set me on a spin for like 30 days.
Aww. Making you question everything.
And I'm sitting there going, and here's what happened. I then listened to Kanye West. I know you probably don't love Kanye West, but he's pretty awesome.
I don't mind him. I don't know. I don't really
care. Kanye says, I don't take advice from people less successful than me. And I took it another level and I said, I don't take advice from people less successful than what I want to be.
That's great.
And so I'm just like, I'm not going to take your advice. And guess who's still working he's still working at his 9-to-5 job 11 years later. And he now calls me, hey man, can you help me get a house?
Right.
And I'm like, well, yeah, only as long as you let me steal equity from an old lady.
What did he say about that?
I didn't literally say that. I would never, you're nice too. And even on the suggestion, like my suggestion for you, just, you do whatever you want to do. But what I would do is not tell anybody about the 7-unit. And are you on social media? Do you post on Facebook? Does your mom follow you?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't post a lot, but yeah, I do post a little bit.
Okay, will your mom see a post that you make?
Yes. Unless I block her. I have blocked her in the past.
This is a recurring theme in your life. I love it.
It's funny.
You know what's tough, dude? Like I have a weird relationship with my parents as well, where you're like, I love you so much, but gosh dang it. Personally, I love you. Professionally, you provide not only zero value to me, you actually pull me the opposite direction. And so I've got this weird imbalance in my life, which is tough because I think about and I'm going to tell you something. I had 7 letters written to me. This is in your future. I promise you this is in your future. take this as gospel truth. I had 7 letters given to me 2 days ago. And these 7 letters were written by 7 people that are on my team that all told me, without you, my life would be X, Y, and Z. Without you, my life would be X, Y, and Z. Without you, my life would be X, Y, and Z. You made hard decisions that provided opportunities for me today. And I just want to thank the earlier version of Pace for fighting through and doing the thing and da-da-da-da. People are making decisions to have more children because of my company. People are making decisions to upgrade their house. People are making decisions to leave my company to go start their own company and hire other people. Okay? This is in your future. Success is your obligation. There are people out there also. What's ironic about this is that the 7-unit deal will change your life to the biggest level possible. And here's why, because it's the paradigm shift that you needed. It's the everything shift that you needed. For me, it wasn't a 7-unit. I still have never bought a 7-unit, just FYI. You've beat me to that. You beat me. My first deal was a $25,000 check, and I looked at this $25,000 check, Ashley, as one of the greatest blessings of my life, not because I don't even know where that $25,000 went. It was the "it's possible for me to" moment that you're currently going through. And I just want to sit here in this moment with you and go, freaking trap all that feeling in a mason jar, tighten that sucker up, put it on a shelf. And whenever you have self-doubt, go back to that shelf and suck that feeling down. You are going through the "it's possible for me to" phase. And the 7-unit thing is going to be amazing. It's going to compound. At some point, you're going to hire an employee at some point in your life. You're going to have a team of people that rely on your leadership at some point in your life. Might not happen now. It might not happen in 3 years. For me, it took like 4 or 5 years for me to have the courage to hire somebody. But you're on the right path. And you've just done something that 2 years ago you would have said, that's impossible. You bought a 7-unit deal without a bank. You bought a deal from a guy by just simply being friendly and kind. Your first property that you're going to put in your portfolio is a 7-unit multifamily deal that you bought from a guy that is probably thanking you for the structure you came up with.
Thank you so much.
Do you realize how powerful this is? This to somebody else, a high-level person, this is like the equivalent of handing them a $10 million check. This is significant. Guys, do we all agree with this? Can we all give Ashley a little bit of freaking love here? It's not about the 7-unit deal. It's about the fact that somebody doubted you. You still kept going. It's the fact that you doubted yourself and you still overcame that. It's the fact that every single thing in your life was like, I don't have proof that this works other than other people's stories.
Yeah. Are you trying to make me cry, Pace?
No, I could cry about this. This is why I am so proud to be a part of this community with you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. It's a really beautiful thing, actually. It really is. So,
okay, I know you have a question. I promise you, I'll let you get to that. But what I would do, you have to live in this moment for a second. You have to look at it. Even me, like in my life. Recently, I just moved to Montana for the summertime, right? I had this 5-year goal. It's going to happen for me. 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 Deal after deal after deal. Fell out of escrow. Didn't work out. Whatever. Seller backed out on this, that, I was like, no, it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I'm going to manifest. It's going to happen. And it's going to be better, right? It's going to be better than what I thought it was going to be because I have faith. And you didn't know your first rental in your portfolio was going to be a 7-unit deal. In fact, if you jumped in a time machine and you went back to Ashley 12 months ago, 13 months ago, before you got a hold of this guy, and you said, hey, Ashley from the past, I'm Ashley from the future. You're going to get a 7-unit deal in your portfolio as your first deal. Your answer would have been, you're lying. So if you don't take the moment like I did, I'd get my Montana house I bought with $1 down. I sat there, put my right leg up on the wooden fence, looked at my pasture, saw the deers in the pasture, and I looked up and I was like, thank you, God. And I sat there and I literally shed a tear like a little sissy. And I took 5 minutes and I soaked up that feeling so I could memorize what that felt like. And then I went right back to work, which is what you're going to freaking do too. I just want to live in this couple of minutes with you, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, and other people in here. Everybody else in here is like, hell yeah. Ashley, I needed to hear that. Do you know how many people in here needed to hear this about Ashley?
That's
They needed this. There's me that needed this. I needed to hear this, that you followed up with the guy for 84 years. You made suggestions to him. You built rapport. This guy freaking trusts you. And what's also even cooler about this, there's so many people out there that have this bull crap. Sorry, I'm not going to cuss because obviously you're a God-fearing person. I'm not going to cuss.
Oh, you could cuss. That's fine.
There's all this bull crap that people have in their mind of like, I'm not credible. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I don't have the money. I don't have the this. I don't have the that. I don't have the history. I don't have the track history. I don't have the beautiful website and the company name and the this and the that and the. Meanwhile, I bet you a significant portion of the reason why this guy seller financed the 7-unit deal to you on a 40-year note, by the way. Gosh, dang it. Think about that. Ashley, there are people in the commercial real estate space that would tell you that that is physically impossible, and you did it without a commercial real estate license, without any experience whatsoever. You just trumped the entire commercial real estate space as your first rental.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay. But there are people out there that would say, I don't have all of this stuff. And I can guarantee you there's a significant portion of the reason why this guy sold this to you is because you built rapport and you were honest with him that maybe this is your first rental, or, hey, I'm newer to the business, and you were just friendly to him. And the rapport is what gave you the credibility. Am I right or wrong about that?
Yeah, I believe so. I think it was the rapport. Yeah. I did have one of, yeah.
Okay. So I'm sure you have a question, but I just wanted to bring this up to people that are like, I wish it was, oh, woe is me. I wish I had all this stuff. And Pace is so good at this, but these sellers sell to Pace because he's credible. And I get this stuff on YouTube all the time. People are so dumb and ignorant, and you just proved everybody wrong. I am so jealous of you. I wish I was in your shoes. The feeling I had when I first got my first rental is hard to describe. It all diminishes. It's all down here from here. The amount of time you celebrate every single win from this point forward will never be as significant as this individual win. Take the time, take yourself out on a date, buy yourself pizza, whatever you got to do. But I'll let you get to your question in 30 seconds. Here's my suggestion. As long as your mom is not blocked on Facebook right now, I would make a post after you close on this deal, holding your closing documents, standing in front of the 7-unit, and say, even with all the doubt that everybody else gave me, I persevered, I had faith, and I did a thing. Blah, 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 blah. Don't bring out your mom. Don't point anything out. Have your mom call you.
Right. I think that's a great idea. Yeah. Thank you so much. That's a great idea. That's the way she found out about my flip was I posted on my community page in my town where I live, looking for, like a painter or something, any good referrals on painters. Within like 2 minutes, she called me and she's like, oh, she doesn't even live in my town on my page. I don't know why she's even a part of that page, but
guys, what's better? Okay. What's better? Texting your mom and saying neener, 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 or having your mom find your post on a page unintentional, maybe intentionally. She probably tracks as like her tracking mechanism to see what her daughter's up to.
Oh yeah.
And then having her see that you're looking for a painter. Oh, I am so jealous of you right now. If I put a post on anything and I was like, look, I did a 7-unit, nobody's surprised.
I was really impressed when I saw recently your $1 down. Yeah, that you got on your ranch. I was like, what? Is that real?
The only reason I do it is to give you permission to do cooler things than me. That's it. I only talk about it to give you permission. I don't have a 7-unit.
Sure, you don't have any 7 units? Are you
no,
sure about
not
that?
one. I've never done a 7-unit in my life. I've done 4 units, 6 units. I've done everything around 7 units. You got me to it.
You know what? If it makes you feel any better, this is what a strange caveat to the deal is that, oh, this is why my seller loves me, is because I'm an investor that's willing to allow his ex-wife to live in one of the small units for the rest of her life.
Love
Like,
it.
yeah, for free. Like, so
Ashley, I'm telling you, this is such a great structure of a deal. This is why we do this business. I had this guy, so I was trying to buy this lake house last summer, okay? And this guy's like, well, I wanted to sell it to you. I was trying to buy Jerry. And this guy's like, yeah, I'll sell it to you, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, what do I do? Like, my family comes here every summer. We spend 2 weeks here. I go, bro, I will give you 2 weeks in the document. For the rest of your children's and grandchildren's life, you can use the property as if it's your own.
that's great.
And look at you. Gosh, dang it.
So it's technically, I brought that up 'cause it's technically a 6 unit because she's going to be living there for who knows how long. She's probably in her mid 70s.
You know what? I would put this in an LLC
Yes.
that is called like the Faithful Seven LLC.
You know, it's funny you say that. My LLC's name is Aya, Aiya, after my dog that passed away. Aya Angel Real Estate LLC.
Love that.
Oh, yeah, she was an angel. She really was, like, truly like an angel. So, yeah.
I don't even know how this girl could even have a freaking question at all. You structured a way for this guy to satisfy you. Nobody else would have done this, dude. First off, nobody would have offered 40-year terms. Nobody would have done anything that you did. You did a great freaking job. Then secondly, you found the guy's bunny. The biggest bunny he had is like, I have an obligation to my ex-wife. I want to make sure I honor my commitments. And you allowed this man to honor a commitment that wasn't even your commitment. You made his commitment your commitment. And when people go, how do deals get done? I go, find the bunnies. Look what you did.
That was
Do you have another thing to pull out of the bag of some amazing part of the structure you haven't told us about?
I wish I did. I'm not sure yet. Let me think. No, not. I'll update you next family night because next family night I'll probably know more. So I'll be able to negotiate with them a little bit more, after the inspections. So
Check this out. Okay. K Trap out of Dallas says, Ashley, I was about to give up. You gave me hope.
Yeah, don't give up. I was there so many times where I thought about I had to take breaks on occasion, take a break because I felt overwhelmed or discouraged or, and then, but no, yeah, don't give up. It'll happen for you. Aw, thank you, everyone. You guys are so sweet. It really warms my heart so much.
How can she even have a question, guys? Like, how is there even physically and you know what sucks about this? I'm going to tell you right now, Ashley, I'm going to chastise you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what will happen. These types of stories are over and over and over inside of our community, and people will not talk about them. Ashley, please go and make a gosh dang post about this and actually talk about this deal, please, instead of going, oh, nobody cares about my deal. Are you kidding me?
I will, because those posts always inspire me too. When people are posting, I got my first deal, or I have, even if it's their 10th deal and they're just showing their check. Like, I love that. It's motivating. It's like, I think it's great. So yeah, I will.
Can you guys, everybody do me a favor. Do me a favor, take a screenshot of Ashley and me talking, go put it in the Facebook group and say, this girl just inspired the heck out of me. Here's what I took away from this Zoom. 40-year structure, letting the white, like whatever you took away from this. There's 10 things here. There's 10 things to take away. Don't give up. Rapport beats every fancy website on the planet. Rapport beats every single ounce of experience and credibility. Rapport all day long. Honesty. Telling the guy and being sweet to the guy. How old are you, Ashley?
I'm 34.
This guy's 84. He's 50. He was 50 when you were born. And he needed you to solve a problem for him. That's crazy. It's mind-boggling. And when people tell me, This business is a scam. There's no way this is possible. I'm like, well, I just want to let you know that there's people that are 50 years older than some of the people in our community that need somebody 50 years their younger to solve a problem for them and structure a deal that they could not have fathomed. Mind blown. You made my whole entire day. All right, what's your question?
That's so nice. Thank you so much, Pace. This was like a really great way to celebrate and soak it in. So thank you. Uh, well, my question, I guess, is it's kind of just from here. I'm thinking, okay, should I find a Gator lender? I'm going to need about $30,000 down. That's it, 30,000. I'm going to need, I don't know, a little bit of money for the closing costs and maybe the first couple months of, and some repairs. I'm just wondering if I should.
You should ask me for the money. I'll fund the deal for you.
No way.
Yeah, happy to do it. I mean, I have a lending business that does this exact thing. So,
oh my gosh.
I mean, I am also a Gator. So what I'll do is I'll go to my infinite banking policy. I'll borrow money on my infinite banking policy. I'll fund this deal. And I'd love to be a part of this story. I freaking want to be a part of this story. Please let me be a part of the story.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. It'd be an honor, actually. Well, how special. Thank you so much.
Okay, here's what I want you to do. This is simple. Couple of things you want to do with private money lenders, okay? So you obviously want to be in this deal with no money out of pocket. Right?
I believe, yeah. That'd be great.
Here's a couple of things I would always do. You're brand new. I mean, in a lot of ways, I'm brand new too, but don't let that discourage you. But here's what I would do. I would not buy this deal unless I structure a way for me to make at least $5,000 up front and go, I get paid when I put things in my portfolio. I'm going to go borrow money from a Gator from me. Your little payment on the $5,000 will be like $30 a month. Take the $5,000, pay yourself, structure it, line it all out. I need this much money for this. I need closing costs for this. I want $5,000 for my acquisition fee. I want a little bit of cleanup and blah, 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 blah. Put it all together. And then I want you to come up with a game plan of how you're going to pay that back. You're going to say, well, I don't know. Well, there's a couple of different ways you can pay this back. Okay. You can either A, hold it for a long time and I'll be a longer term lender for you. Okay. That's A. B, what you can do is you can say, I'm going to go do another fix and flip. Or I'm going to do a wholesale deal and I'll pay this off in maybe 1 or 2 deals and I'll be in this deal with no money out of my pocket type of thing. But you want to make sure that you have a game plan when you are asking a Gator for money and say, I need the money for 24 months and my plan to pay it back is X, Y, and Z. If I don't pay it for 24 months, I'll go from paying you, let's say hypothetically 12% to 13% if you can extend another year. There's so many ways to structure this. And I shouldn't be telling you any of this. You structured a magical deal with this guy.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and I appreciate everyone hanging out and listening for a long time. It's awesome. So
I am so freaking proud of you.
Thank you.
I just am. I mean, I'm so proud of everybody that does deals and fights the good fight. And everybody's got crap that they're dealing with. Everybody's got people doubting them. Everybody's got somebody in their ear. And it's just the universe challenging you to see if you're actually serious about changing something about your life instead of being in the same rut and being in the same position you were a year ago. It is so hard, dude. It is so freaking hard breaking through that. And you did it. You freaking did it. You're a gangster. You're a silent little killer. Super proud of you. Thank you for inspiring. You inspired me today. And I'm sure you inspired hundreds of other people on here. This is what this whole entire community is about is, dude, you did something I haven't done yet.
Thank you so much.
Freaking gangster. Okay. Let's do that deal. I can't wait for it. I'd love to fly out at some point, maybe next year. I don't have time this year. I already know I'm like booked out, but where's this at?
It's actually, it's Calaveras County, which is about an hour and a half southeast of Sacramento. Pretty small.
It's a California deal?
Yeah.
All right, fine.
I know.
I own Subto deals. Are you in California?
I am, yeah.
What the freak is up with you Californians?
I'm like fifth generation in this area, so like it's kind of hard to leave for some reason. I've left, but I've always come back.
Yeah, love it. All right, Ashley, proud of you. Everybody, please go give Ashley some freaking love. You know what's cool is I see Kyle Kargas was in here. He had his hand raised for a little bit. I think he left, but it's like, it's so cool that for some of us, Kyle Kargas has been doing real estate for even longer than me. And you look at a guy like Kyle Kargas, who's been doing real estate for 15 plus years. The feeling that you are going through reminds us how much we love this freaking business, just watching you get that first deal in your portfolio. And so believe it or not, you inspire a lot of the people like Kyle who are doing 2, 3, 4, 5 deals a month. You inspire me. It's freaking awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Guys, I freaking love being here. I love being in this community. I'm so proud to be a member of this community. Thank you so much, everybody. Gosh, dang it. My life is so good.
Thank you so much, Pace.
Thank you. Guys, love you. I'll see you a couple of times this week. I've got Day with Pace on Thursday, but I've got another Zoom I'm going to do for the community on Saturday. Stay tuned for it. Love you guys so much. Ashley, send me a message. Let's do this deal together. Thank you guys so freaking much. Later.
Wasn't that amazing? That conversation with Ashley. Yes, I know I cut her off a lot, but I was really just kind of pumping her up and stopping her and just trying to be her dad, her brother, whatever, and going, you need to absorb this moment. Like, think about how powerful this is. Think about how cool this is that you just bought a 7-plex on seller finance without a bank, without cash, without credit. She's literally doing it in a way where she's going to get paid up front. I actually texted her. She sends me a message back, and I said, hey, Ashley, make sure that when I finance your down payment, we make sure that you get paid up front for doing that deal. You get paid on day one before you even get the tenants filled out. That is what's so cool about creative finance, is that not only do you avoid banks, you avoid credit checks, you avoid all that stuff, you get incredible interest rates. You can also bring somebody else's money to the transaction and get yourself paid on day one. So thank you guys again for tuning in to the YouTube channel. Let us know what you need down in the comment section down below. And on your way down there, hit the subscribe button, because Eric only gets paid when we get subscribers. Every subscriber counts as $1 towards his paycheck. So it's up to you to determine how much money Eric gets paid.